Chief Minister Jayalalitha joins the anti-retail FDI chorus. Her government will not allow MNCs to set up hypermarkets in Tamil Nadu. Police sources say an FIR has been registered based on the complaint of 4 Irula tribals. Departmental action likely to be initiated against the police team for procedural lapses. Chief Minister Jayalalitha likely to supplement review meetings with ministers through video conferencing sessions during her short stay at Kodanad. To help farmers store their produce when the market price is low, the government ordered set up of 50 grain storage godowns at a cost of Rs 82 crore. No let up in the heavy downpour in the city. Most of the areas are waterlogged. Hello and welcome to Headlines Now. I'm Paloma Rao. Let's take a look at what's making headlines across the country. UPA ups the ante on the foreign direct investment in retail. The government places colourful full-page ads in today's papers. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Mayawati accuses Rahul Gandhi of being afraid of the BSP and indulging in theatrics. The Delhi police filed an FIR against Kiran Bedi for allegedly cheating and misusing funds. She tells NDTV she knows how to deal with the charges. Yuvraj Singh's mother tells NDTV that her son is on medication and therapy for his lung infection but hoping to be back for the ODI series in Australia. Padma Bhushan winner Sarangi player and singer Ustad Sultan Khan passes away. A day before Parliament begins, the battle lines are drawn. Not just the BJP, but now the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha has strongly opposed the centre's move to allow foreign direct investment in multi-brand and single-brand retail. In a statement, she has said that her government will not allow multi-brand global players to set up hypermarkets in Tamil Nadu. She feels MNCs will monopolize the markets and exploit farmers and consumers. Jayalalitha said FDI in retail has led to sky-high prices world over and that the centre has taken the decision under pressure from a few global retail giants. Jayalalitha said the vendors' fears that this move will throttle small retailers is not unfounded. She said the centre not consulting states on FDI is an unprecedented and arrogant move. But the UPA seems determined to get its point of view heard. In an ad blitzkrieg, the government today brought out full-page ads in all major newspapers on FDI. It said it rejects what is called the myth about FDI in retail and claimed it will go on to create lakhs of jobs in the country.
The government has strongly defended its move to allow FDI in retail through an ad blitz today with full-page ads in all major newspapers this morning. Rejecting the opposition's suggestion that it will harm farmers, the government says FDI will benefit farmers because 50% of investment will be in back-end infrastructure. Farmers will get better returns for their grains, it says. The ads go on to say the move will create lakhs of more jobs and will be in the larger interest of consumers as it will create more competition, resulting in improved quality and lower prices. The government also defends the move by saying that investors will have only 51% ownership as against countries that allow 100% ownership. The government calls it distinct Indian imprint. The government also rejects what it calls myths about FDI, quoting examples from other countries where smaller retailers have flourished.
Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha takes a break from the city and is set to shift base to the hills for a short while. She will work from a Kodanadu estate for a few weeks from next month. Jayalalitha will leave for Kodanadu, the hill resort in the Nilgiris district of Tamil Nadu, on the 30th of November. An official release here said the Chief Minister will carry out official work while in the hill resort for some weeks. It was not clear as to how long she would be staying there. This is her first visit to her favourite hill resort after she came into power in May. Jayalalitha had last gone to Kodanad in April after a month-long hectic electioneering for the assembly elections. She returned on the 10th of May, 3 days before the counting of votes. While being the leader of the opposition as well, Jayalalitha had visited Kodanad and carried out party work from there. She had even conducted the district secretary's meeting while in the hill resort. In a move that will help small farmers store their produce when the market price is low, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalitha today ordered the setup of 50 grain storage godowns at a cost of Rs 82 crore. These modern godowns will be equipped with weighing equipment, weighing stages and grain moisture testers. Godowns with a capacity of 2,000 ton at a total cost of Rs 37 crore will come up in 37 places across the state, it said. In the news regarding the rape allegations leveled by the tribal women from Tirukovilur against the local policemen, top police sources told NDTV Hindu that an FIR has been registered based on the complaint and has been sent to the judicial magistrate for a judicial probe. They added the departmental action will be initiated against the police team for the procedural lapses while conducting inquiry. The police team shouldn't have taken the tribal women away from their homes when they were not at fault. A few days earlier, the team arrested a tribal man who was allegedly involved in various theft cases and laid a trap for the other men. As they feared that the tribal women might alert the other accused persons, the police team took them away, added a senior police officer who was present during the inquiry.
Sources from the police department say that 2 parallel inquiries are underway. As soon as the police received the complaint, the top police officers from Vellore district rushed to the spot, and after conducting preliminary investigation, they registered an FIR and forwarded the same to the judicial magistrate. This is because basically this is an allegation against the police department, and hence the police officers alone cannot investigate this case. And hence the case has been referred to the judicial magistrate for a judicial probe. It will take some days. And secondly, the top police officers in the Tamil Nadu Police Department are conducting inquiries in this case. As far as the inquiries are concerned, they very clearly say that the 8 policemen initially on the 22nd of this month in the morning, they went there. They went to the locality looking on the lookout for 6 tribal men who were involved in various theft cases. They managed to nab 1, and the 5 others were on the run. And the policemen feared that these tribal women may pass on the message somehow they may alert the other 5 tribal men, and hence the police took away these tribal women and kept them in a separate place. And the police department, the top police officers say that this act is wrong, because basically these women were not at fault, and when they were not at fault, these policemen have taken them away from their home, and the top police officers clearly say this is wrong, this is not accepted, and hence departmental action will be taken against them. As far as judicial probe is concerned, it will take some days for us to know whether the allegations are true.
Earlier, we were joined by Sailendra Babu, IG North Zone. This is what he had to say about the case.
At this point of time, the Superintendent of Police of Villupuram has conducted an inquiry. He has ascertained the facts about what really happened. And from his inquiry, it appears that the allegation of sexual assault is not true. However, as per the requirement of law, a case has been registered and has been sent for the further inquiry by the judicial magistrate. So after getting a reply or report, further action will be taken. That will be after we get the inquiry report, the result of the inquiry. And according to the suggestion of the inquiry authority, further action will be taken.
Anti-Kudankulam nuclear plant activists met the Tamil Nadu Governor K. Rosaiah today. These activists requested the governor to help in reaching a breakthrough. Also talking about the expert panel formed by the centre, activists say the centre panel does not have experts on geological studies or the area of ocean studies, and according to many reports, the Kudankulam area where the nuclear plant is located is one where there has always been a danger of volcanic eruption.
One of the major shortcomings of the expert panel report of the government has been that the panel did not have experts in the area of geological studies, expert in the area of ocean studies, expert in various other realms which are very, very important to the issue of siting. 3 very shocking details have come out. There have been independent studies of experts which have now very clearly shown through academic studies presented at World Forum as also an Indian system, that the area in which Kudankulam is located is an area in which there is a danger of volcanic eruptions. The location of the area is in a site where contrary to the government projection that there is hard rock, there is actually soft rock below that, and the area is not at all conducive for having such a huge facility like a nuclear facility.
We have gone through the whole report. We have discussed among our experts. We are going to prepare a comprehensive rebuttal, point by point. Within this week, we will send it to the Government of India. we will appeal to the Government of India and the state government to approach the matter with an open mind, enter into a conversation, discussion with us, satisfy all the requirements and only proceed accordingly instead of complicating things, because I am told local people are willing to even give their life.
Another case of stray dogs being exhumed. 15 dogs reportedly exhumed inside the Pural prison staff quarters. Tune in for more after the break.